solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Brissett. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 14 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Brissett. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd down, Brissett. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. Throwing. Brissett to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
A first scoring update now from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Quick move by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Here's Watson. Forced it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That is a sight, a sack that Giant fans hoping to see more of this year.
Well, we know they put a big emphasis on it in the offseason, and it paid off in a big way early in this game, getting to the quarterback. The Giants know they have to get their pass rush pumped up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey, black 22! Black 22! Two Jack! Two Jack! Switch, switch, switch! Out, 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 out!
On first down, it's Watson. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. And we just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Brissett sets to throw it. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's a give to Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. This will be caught at about the 5. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run with Barkley. Touchdown number 1 of the NFL career for young star Saquon Barkley, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Black 22! Black 22! Tiger, tiger, tiger! Tiger, tiger, tiger!
Throwing again is Watson. Caught here by Griffin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Black 22. Black 22. Come back. Come back. Two jet. Two jet. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Watson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Ohio.
Brissett on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the red zone now, Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Escaping the pressure right. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Again, it's Brissett. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Black 22. Two jet. Two jet. Reset.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Green 39. Green 39. Richmond. Tiger.
The final shot before the break. Watson flush to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down he'll go at the 25. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And the Giants ready to come out now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Ohio!
Here's Brissett. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son that they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. It's Barkley on the counter. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Brissett now on second down. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas to add the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Black 99 Philly. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Black 99
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
11 more on that one and another first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hey, Black 22. Black 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Come back, come back. 2 jet, 2 jet.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Flushed out right. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Blue 80. Blue 80. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Now a first down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Hut! Hut!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
from the shotgun. It's Brissett. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. To Barkley on the check down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Brissett. And Ingram holds it in. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Coleman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. The toss out to Barkley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Green,
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Richmond, Richmond. Richmond, Richmond.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Flag 22.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Green 39. Green 39. Come back, come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Flag 22. Flag 22. Come back, come back. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. 2-jet.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Tiger. Come back. 2 jet. Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
2 jet.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Green the line. Tiger.
Throwing again is Watson. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Tiger.
On 1st down, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Covington in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Brissett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And he'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, green the line! Green the line! Come back, come back! Come back, come back!
And the pitch goes to Miller. Oh, good move. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Reset.
He's back to throw. Drops it to Blue, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Alfred Blue, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Flex round!
Back to throw. Throws one, but incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He'll look to throw.
All right, partner, I'm a defender.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson that escapes the sack. Rolling to his right, escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come out here in the eye.
Come back.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Now a desperation. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Brissett sets to throw it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire